I'm here with Nick Franklin at the WIKISPEED Linwood, Washington shop. It's January 13th, and Nick has been controlling different relays with Arduino, like you might have saw in the last video where he turns the ignition of the car after starting the accessories. Going to ignition 1, disabling ignition 2, and then starting. And my question to him was, what exactly did you need to do to be controlling these relays from the Arduino? And Nick, you were just starting to tell me.
Yeah, so it's been kind of a learning experience for me. So I did a simulation, and this is available if you Google circuit simulator. I think it's one of the first results that comes up on Google, but basically what we have here, we've created a voltage source that's 14.6, which is about what the alternator runs at when the vehicle is on. So I'm using that as my high end. And this is a relay right here, which would be the ignition relay right there. And basically we have a transistor right here. We're using the transistor to turn the relay on because the relay requires more current to turn on than the Arduino itself can supply. Transistors work like amplifiers. So basically it's kind of like a water valve. So like, you know, when you turn your hose on and you like loosen it up and it lets more and more current flow, that's basically what this is. We have our collector, our emitter, and the base. And depending on how much current you have flowing from the collector to the base, I think, yeah, from the collector to the base. So depending on how open that water hose is, it lets more current flow through here. So basically we have to know how much current the relay needs to turn on. And we do some math, we figure out what the resistor needs to be right here in order to fully saturate this thing and open it all the way up so that the transistor can supply full power to the relay.
And in this case, how much voltage, how much amperage does the relay need to activate?
The relay needs 137 milliamps, if I remember correctly.
At 14.6 volts?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then these transistors take the 5 volts that Arduino supplies. And how did you know to size the transistor to supply that amount of voltage? It's in the part number for the transistor?
Yeah. Yeah, the transistor, it's a general purpose NPN transistor that we're using. And it really basically just opens up a path here. So even though this voltage is 14 and the microchip is on, or the microprocessor on the Arduino is only putting out 5 volts, by adjusting the current, I think it it opens up the path to ground for the relay.
Okay.
So,
and
yeah.
you got the transistors from Amazon, or you went down to Fry's, you got them at Radio Shack?
Yeah, just Radio Shack. Surprisingly, most of them still carry transistors.
Awesome. And the relays, you got at an auto parts store?
The relays, yeah, you can get those at auto parts store. You can get them at Radio Shack. You can get them anywhere. But these are a 30-40 amp relay, so it's not a board-mounted relay. It's actual automotive relay that you can use for pretty much switching anything on a car, up to 40 amps.
Awesome. And do you happen to remember either of these part numbers? Because I'm going to create a little hobby kit of exactly these same things. There's the tackle box of electronics.
I don't know if I have it with me right now.
Okay, well, if we find it, I'll try to add it to the video comments.
Okay.
Nick, anything else you'd want to add to remind me or someone else who's trying to do the same thing? Something that stumbled you or worked really well?
If you know a lot about Arduino, please get in contact with me, because it'd be nice to have more than one head going at this right now. So it's kind of a learning experience for me, so if I could get some hands, that'd be great.
Awesome. Hey, thanks, Nick.